Well, good afternoon. This is Larry Steinhouse, and welcome to a special edition of Money Chat Now. We are actually testing the podcast studio. So I've told a bunch of you guys that we're going to be doing podcasts. We're going to be talking to people in the studio and out of the studio. And today we're going to be testing basically how that works. So I have a special guest today. I'm going to tell you about her in a second. But I want you to know that if you want to be on the Larry Steinhouse podcast, which is part of the Money Chat Now program, it'll actually air right after the regular program. You can go to thelarrysteinhouseshow.com/guest, and you could apply to be part of the program. So if you want to become part of the program, you can do that. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about our guest. So first of all, as you know, I run a school called Investor Schooling, and for you guys who have been here, you kind of think it's pretty cool. I know you're excited. So I have a guest here who actually started working for the school a little while back, but she started out actually as a student, but before that, she started out coming to one of our events. And one of our events was kind of nice. It was an event that we had at Chambers 19 in Doylestown. And I think I mentioned that on this morning's show, that this Wednesday we're going to be having that event again. So every fourth Wednesday of the month, we have an event at Chambers 19 in Doylestown, where we just kind of get together and we kind of meet and we talk about real estate, we talk about money, we talk about the stock market, we talk about whatever comes up. And this guest happened to show up one day and we had a long conversation. Since then, I have seen Debbie learn how to make money in notes, learn how to make money in tax liens, and she's been doing that for a while too, and buy lots of properties. So what I want to do is I want to introduce to you Dr. Debbie Anderson, and Dr. Debbie Anderson is right next to me. There you go. Look at that. Say hi.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
All right. So I need you to tell me about your experience meeting us and your experience about investor schooling.
So I remember looking at one of the meetups, and I was asking if my husband would mind if I went, and he's just like, I don't know, go do your thing. And then, so I went, and I remember going in, and I remember meeting you, and you just kind of gave me this look. And I went because I already knew the tax deed space, and I already went through this training, and I felt really comfortable in that space, and I really just wanted to see who you were and what you had to offer. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to kind of go and see what was going on.
That's awesome. So you just went, you hung out, and then we started talking. And I remember the first day I met you, I even whispered to Phil, she only knows this much. She doesn't know everything. So then I said, okay, let's talk to her some more. And you showed up for a free class, of course, right?
Yeah.
And when you showed up for your free class, what did you think?
I didn't really like it.
You didn't even like the free class. Boy, you would think I'd have a guest on that would actually say something good about the class, but that's okay. So tell me why you didn't like it, because that's interesting.
So the first class I went to, it was like an intro to the stock market, and
right.
I think that's why I didn't like it.
Oh, because you were more interested in
the
real estate. Right.
I'm still more interested in the real estate over the stock option, so it was just kind of like, why am I here and why am I listening to this? And it just wasn't something I was interested in.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So for you guys who don't know what we're talking about, when you go to investorschooling.com, you could sign up for a free class. Go to investorschooling.com, sign up for a free class, and you're going to learn real estate. You're going to learn stock market, and you're also going to learn tax tips, how to save money, how to make more money, all kinds of different things. And Debbie just happened to go to one that was, again, it was the
intro to the
stock market, right? Yeah. Okay. So then you came back again, and you came to a mastermind meeting. What did you think of the mastermind meeting?
Actually, I don't think I came to the mastermind.
Oh, you never came to the mastermind meeting?
I didn't come to the mastermind.
Yeah. Once again, I should probably test my guests and talk to them beforehand so I could set them up properly. But hey, that is what it is. So okay, but you eventually became a student, and since you became a student, what do you think?
No, I think it's great. I do wish I kind of signed up sooner. So it was actually, I came back to a couple more of the Chambers events where I started to feel a little bit more comfortable.
Uh-huh.
I was excited when Phil actually came over and talked to me and said, hey, why don't you come talk to us about tax deeds? And
yeah.
I remember going home waking up my husband like, oh my God, guess who talked to me? And
yeah, right.
I was really excited about that. It was just really cool because I was just kind of hanging out in the corner bar talking to some of the people there, and when he came over, I was just super excited. It was really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. And then now you actually started working for the school, which is kind of neat too. So tell us about that. What do you do when you work for the school?
I answer the phone. I invite people over, try to get them to come out. I talk to them if they have any questions. I do some mentoring and some if somebody has some questions. Lots of times I think, you and Phil are up here and you don't realize how much you know, and some people are kind of starting down here. So lots of times I come in and I fill the gaps. They're like, hey, I'm not sure how this works. Can you explain this to me? And I get a lot of mentoring calls to say, hey, can you explain this to me so it makes a little bit more sense?
Very good.
Some people are really interested in the tax deed space. Some people are really interested in the note investing space. Some people are just like, where do I begin? There's so much here. So a lot of it is kind of decompressing and getting them to a space where they need to be.
So what is your expertise in real estate? Expertise.
I know the tax deed space really, really well.
Okay, so tell the audience, what is a tax deed?
A tax deed is when you forget to pay your taxes and the county takes over your property. They get to sell it and you have no say in it.
So somebody doesn't pay their taxes, the county says, we now own your property?
For 3 years, yeah.
Right, and then you come in and you buy the tax deed from the
county.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
wow, pretty cool.
So you seem to get liens and deeds confused all the time.
Yes, I know.
So liens are just, how when you pay interest on a penalty.
Right.
That's when you're getting that money as an interest. So you can get, 9 to 36% depending on the state.
Okay.
So I'm greedy. I like the actual property, so I always go for the tax deeds because then I get
that makes total sense. Now you bought some properties too, so tell us about that. By the way, if you guys didn't know, my book is up here on the screen right now. My book is called Money Hacks, and you can pre-order it. And actually, so just so you know, we're testing the system right now. So Mike's back here. He's having a lot of fun showing us some really cool stuff. But if you want to pre-order my book, Money Hacks, you can pre-order it wherever books are sold. You can go to barnesandnoble.com if you'd like, or you can even go anything. Amazon, doesn't matter. And you can pre-order Money Hacks. You read a copy of that, didn't you?
Yes.
What do you think of the book?
I think the book is really good.
Oh, okay, cool. What's your favorite part in the book?
I really like the part where the guy came over. He didn't have any money in the bank, but he gave up two $25 gift cards. I thought that was really good. It was
there's a section. Well. It's actually called "Can Money Buy Happiness?" Yeah. And I proved that this guy had almost no money. He had $50 left to his name, and I proved that $50 would buy him happiness, and he was extremely excited about what he did. But you need to read the book to understand the story.
Yeah, it was a really good story. It was well written, and it was heartfelt.
Very cool. Hey, if anybody's online, let me know you're watching, because I see Charles is out there. Thanks so much, Charles. I totally appreciate you. But I just want to know if anybody else is watching, because I want to know if this system is working. What do you think of it? What do you think of the set? What do you think of the interview? What do you think of Debbie? Dr. Debbie.
Debbie.
So talk to me about Dr. Debbie. Why are you a doctor?
So I always wanted to be Dr. Debbie as a little kid. I always wanted it.
Cool.
And then I tried to get into a couple different colleges, and it just didn't work out the way I had hopes. And then I went to school, I did this, I did that, I got my master's, and my mom always said to me, you're already halfway there, just do it. And it was really annoying because she didn't realize how much work went into that. And then she passed away. So then I felt terrible, and I felt very guilty. So then I decided that I should go get my PhD. So I did half of it for me because I always wanted to be Dr. Debbie, but the other half was really for her, so that she knew I finally got it done.
That's awesome. I like that story. That's really cool. And you're proud of it too. And you drive around with your truck, and the license plate says Dr. Deb.
My license
so if anybody ever sees a license plate on a truck, Jeep, I know, that says Dr. Deb, you know who you're talking about. Yeah. And you have your house wrapped in I-Buy houses too.
My Jeep?
Your Jeep, right?
Jeep wrapped in
your house.
Houses,
yeah, your house was wrapped in a car.
My house has been wrapped in a car. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know the story, Debbie, one day came home and there was a big hole in her house.
Yeah. So I was supposed to present that night on Mindset.
Yes.
And then my husband called me, which is really unusual for him to call me while I'm here. And he's like, there's a car in our house. And I'm like, okay, I'm on my way. And I got there before the police did. So it was
pretty
a little
wild.
bit crazy. Yeah.
All right, what do you think, Mike? Do you think we have enough of a test, or do we want to test something else? All right, very cool. Hey, thanks. Listen, guys, like I said before, if you guys want to become part of this, you can become part of this. I will interview you in person. We can also interview you outside, like in other words, if you're in your home and you want to be part of the interview, we can do that as well. So just go to thelarrysteinhouse.com, thelarrysteinhouse.com/guest, and you could be interviewed as a guest. There's no charge for it. We're just going to do it. We're going to have a little bit of fun. I know that everybody out there has some kind of business or something that they want to promote. I will be more than happy to promote it on this site and be part of the show in the morning. So this will actually be an extension of the show. So the first half hour will be the regular Money Chat Now, and then the second half an hour will be an interview with somebody local or somebody anywhere. So again, if you want to be part of the show, thelarrysteinhouseshow.com/guest. All right, take us out, Mike. Here it comes. It's coming. There it is.